Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Ben Poole. We're here at SOFI 2017 in Amsterdam and I'm delighted to be joined by Craig Young, CIO at Swift. Thanks for joining me, Craig.
My pleasure.
So how important is innovation in Swift's growth and relevance in the future?
No, it's a great question. I mean, to me, innovation is the fuel for the future of Swift's growth and relevancy. There's a number of emerging technologies that are really starting to come out that I think will really shape and transform not only the financial industry itself, but Swift. If I look at predictive analytics, for example, and the use of artificial intelligence, and just layer that against for example, our financial crime compliance portfolio, I mean, it'll provide a much richer experience to the operator by, giving them visibility to alerts and transactions that may be completely transparent to them today. There's another huge aspect, which is something we leverage quite a bit, and that's the power of our network. People can't replicate that. And if I think about the work we've done with GPI, for example, and doing that at scale at launch, I mean, that's a significant contribution. But then going further than that, when I think about DLT and its applicability, we've already started our proof of concepts and what that might look like within our business. And then also looking at our real-time payment platform that we have today in Australia, for example, and what we're building, which is going to be a next step technology change for us at Swift within our European payments platform. There's really another aspect as well that we have to work on and consider, and that is open innovation. Because this will again help fuel and ignite our community, because this helps drive new ideas, and how we can better shape and transform our products. But then beyond that, really thinking about, when we do this, how do I best harness technology trends? How do I look beyond the four walls of Swift for adjacent technologies that I might be able to use? And those are the things that are going to keep fueling the growth of Swift and keeping the relevancy.
So how do you identify, evaluate, and implement technology?
Back in 2015 when I joined, we really focused on reference architecture. And reference architecture is the building blocks of who you are. And you really start with the ambition of who do you want to be when you grow up? And so in building this architecture, we started to layer out a plan of what are the surrounding systems that we need to continue and transform, and then what are the underlying technologies that I need to bring in, train our people on, and develop against. When I think about kind of where we started here, we started with technology days within my teams, and this is really the basics of who are the vendors you use, bring us in, teach us what we do, what are the things I'm buying that I don't use to its full potential today, and how do I do that? We then overlaid on that hackathons. Now hackathons have been around for a while, but we've really kind of turned it inside out at Swift. Swift itself being a technology company, we opened that up this year to every employee of the company. And I got to say, the ideas that are now coming through from the technology being used, to the practicality of the applications themselves are significant. And it's really compressed our innovation cycle. So what used to take years sometimes to implement, we've now taken from theory to production in under 8 months. The work we've done on GPI, rapidly accelerated and brought to production. The things we're doing now with instant payment, those are all driven by hackathon ideas. And we recently announced that Sybos, our payment control service, again, another idea taken directly out of hackathons and put into production, starting with pilots in January. So we have a long list and roadmap ahead of us, all exciting work. And for me, that goes back to where we started here, which is this is how we fuel the growth and the innovation of our company, along with its relevancy.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Craig.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching.